it's not possible to ethically source cocoa in West Africa. So, and I knew if Feastables kept growing, eventually we would have to switch over there. So this past year, we switched our supply chain over there, and we've been just working with have you ever heard of Tony Chocoloni? Probably not.
Tony Chocoloni?
Yeah.
No, and is it a real person?
Well, it's a reporter who went like super deep in exposing like the chocolate industry and child labor.
Really interesting guy?
Yeah, yeah. And he was like, and no chocolate companies would ethically source their cocoa, and he kept exposing them, and none of them
Let's
were
have
doing
him on. Would he be a cool guest, you think?
Yeah, he'd be awesome.
Wow, it sounds crazy. I didn't know there was bad chocolate out there.
Yeah, so he started his own chocolate company to prove that you could ethically source it, and he called it Tony's Chocoloni because it's the lonely
I've seen those.
Yeah, badass baller company. And so I've been working with them to figure out how we can also ethically source our chocolate because they're the only ones really doing it.
Clean cocoa, dude.
Yeah. So we built a supply chain with them. And so like all our farmers were fair trade certified, and then we pay our farmers a living income, because a big reason why there's child labor is because farmers in West Africa just don't make enough money. So that is like, if you're to rank the issues, like the number one issue is just income. Like they just can't even afford to hire adults. They don't make enough. So what they do, and what we're doing for Feastables, is there's a living income reference price where they basically look at the cost of bread, the cost of living, cost of inflation, blah, blah, blah. And they go, if a farmer were to sell you a metric ton of beans, if they don't get paid this number, then they won't be able to make a living income. They won't be able to live, which then means they'll be forced to use child labor, because if not, it's like that's the only way they'll be able to survive.
Right. So they have to have children working.
Yeah. So they need to make, and I'm paraphrasing, this is mile high stuff, but they need to make this theoretical number, which is living income reference price. And so that's what we guarantee our farmers. So there, if like they theoretically sell us the cocoa, a metric ton of cocoa for less than that, we'll pay a premium on top and be like, no, here's extra money. This is what you need to make so you can actually live. But we don't want child labor on the farm. So we'll guarantee you'll make this much, but I don't want to see fucking 9-year-old Timmy on the cocoa farm. You know what I mean? So that's like the big thing. And then we do they have farm coaches because another way to help farmers make more money is not just pay them more, but it's also help them get more yield out of their farms. So they have coaches that will help counsel them and, theoretically try to help them get 5 or 10% more yield out of the same hectares they have. Occasionally give them some supplies. It's very all about getting it, because it's an income problem for a lot of them, why they're using child labor. Like you could go to the farm and be like, stop using child labor, but if they can't
they can't survive, if the family can't eat, if the kids don't also work,
So that's been a big journey. I actually spent recently a week in Ghana just going through the whole supply chain.